Hey friends, my name is Richie and welcome back to my channel, Gender Not Found. It's really late right now, so I'm probably not going to get any, reading done of any chapters or stuff. And I'm not going to be around tomorrow because me and my mom have an appointment, and then I have an appointment at the hospital for my surgery, and then, I will go into the movies after that. So I'm really excited because I was really looking forward to this movie, and so me and my mom are gonna go to the movies and hang out and stuff. And when I say I have an appointment for surgery, I don't mean to actually get the surgery. I mean to ask them my questions and stuff. So I'm gonna just bring my phone with the page I need open and then talk to them about it. Um. So anyway, before I get into this, I want to go through a couple of things really quick. First of all, I think I think I may have found a solution to the issue of not being able to wash my dishes. It's a really complicated issue that's happening because I don't really know how to explain it. Like I can't wash my dishes because I can't scrub the way you're supposed to. It's a weird mobility thing because of my autism, I think. Um, yeah, I literally don't know how to explain it. But I found this thing called Dawn Power Wash. Basically, you spray it on your dishes and then you let it soak and then you wipe it away and then it's supposed to be fine and then you just rinse the shit off and then yeah, so I'm trying it on a pasta dish right now, and it's going pretty well. I still have to do a couple more tests, so I'm not ready to say it works amazingly well, but it seems that from what I did with the pasta dish that it's going pretty well. I might still need my mom to do some heavy duty scrubbing on other dishes. I don't know. I'm gonna test it on some other stuff and see what happens, but I'm really curious to know what happens. I'm gonna test it on some stuff and then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do. But if everything goes well, hopefully my mom won't have to come by and do dishes, or at least not nearly as many dishes. But anyway, I'm really excited about this Dawn Power Wash thing because from what happened with the pasta dish, it's going pretty awesome. And I rinsed the dish out and then I rubbed my fingers along, and it doesn't feel like there's anything there, like anything stuck on that I need to scrub off or anything. I left it to soak for a little bit longer because I still have to wipe some stuff off, but I'm gonna see how it goes, and it's looking like it's really good so far, so I'm really excited. Like, because up till now, I've had to have my mom come over and, help me out with that. And I had a support worker, but guess what? We friggin' lost her again, like always. And, this time she didn't quit, we just let her go. But, it wasn't even her fault well, it wasn't her fault before when we were gonna fire her before, but then something happened and then it just wasn't a good situation anyway, and I don't know. I don't want to be stuck with someone who obviously isn't going to work well with me and isn't good for my mental health, but I don't want all this pressure on my mom to have to do everything and deal with all this shit, and now we don't know when we're going to get another one, and this is a tough situation, and I don't know what to do. Anyway, second thing I want to talk to you about is, so I made plans to finish the book, but after that is going to be my 100th video, and I made plans to finish it, and video 99 is the last few chapters. So, well, until that epilogue gets uploaded, I guess, which I don't even know when that's going to be because I left a couple of comments, but the guy never replied to me from what I can tell. So I just left them there. Anyway, maybe I'll get replied to, maybe I won't, but my point is I'm finishing the book in video 99, and then I have no idea what I'm going to do for video 100. I mean, I actually do have some ideas, and one of the ideas is that I can do a really long Reddit video for you guys with a bunch of different Reddit stuff, and maybe just a really long video for one subreddit, or a bunch of different subreddits, or maybe even a live stream, although I would rather um do it separate and then upload it later. Or I can do um or I can do a fan fiction a really long fiction video where I just read a bunch of stuff. I don't know, and then I can just like upload it later, I can or I can tell you guys the broken arm story. Because last year I broke my arm, so and I never really talked about it. I just I made a vlog about breaking my arm, and that was basically it. And I never really talked about it much after that. And I made plans to tell you guys the entire story, and I was gonna do that when I was feeling better. And I had my last physio appointment like a month and a half ago ish. So, um. Anyway, and I have still haven't told you guys the whole story of what happened with that. Um, anyway, so those are my ideas. So let me know if you guys like any of that. Anyway, I think we're gonna move on, and I'm gonna read some stuff. So, hang on. So, where we last left off was adoption day, and I was talking about how I was adopting Rigby finally after years of trying. It literally took like 5 years, more than 5 years, but we finally did it, and um, then some stuff came up. So, my son is 2 years younger than we thought he was, and this is the full story so far. I'm a parent to a bunch of stuffed animals, and I recently adopted one of them after a long process. I'm so happy, and I ordered a copy of his original birth certificate to celebrate. I thought he might want to see it. However, when it got here on Tuesday, it had his birth date 2 years from when it was supposed to be, meaning he's actually 11 instead of 13. He's been in Toronto with a bunch of his friends since last Sunday and will be there until tomorrow night. I didn't want to do this over text, and I didn't want to ruin his good times, but I know I have to tell him. Quick edit. My son just came home and texted me that he was going to bed because of how tired he was, but he said he would talk to me tomorrow. It was like a going to bed, talk to you tomorrow, love you text. So I will be discussing this with him. I'm nervous. So basically, I'm a parent to a bunch of stuffed animals, and I posted a couple of days ago that tomorrow I was going to tell one of them that they were 11 and not 13. My son was away with friends. I posted that on Sunday, and it's now Tuesday. We still have not had that discussion. He came out of his bedroom Monday afternoon, and I asked him if we could talk for a moment. He said he couldn't because he was running late to lunch with a friend. He left quickly before I could say much else. Later, he texted me to let me know that he wanted to stay over at his friend's place, and I asked if he could come home so we could talk. He asked me if it was an emergency, and I hesitantly said no. I don't want to have this discussion over text. He said he wanted to stay out with his friends for at least until later today. I wish I had more of an update for you all. I just don't know what's going to happen. That's all for now. I'm the parent to a bunch of stuffed animals, and I'm sharing this series to talk about my life with my kids. I'll leave the link to part 1 down below in case anybody wants to read it or needs more context. But basically, I recently adopted a stuffed raccoon son after 5 years. I ordered his birth certificate because I thought he would want to see it, as he had never seen it before. Unfortunately, it came, and the birth date meant he was 11 and not 13 like we thought he was. I had to tell him. 2 days ago, I did. It did not go well. Essentially, he went to walk out, and I could tell he was very upset. I asked where he was going, and he said he needed some time to figure out what to do with this, and he was going to stay with Benson for a few days, who was a friend of his. His brother Dan drove him, and I don't know how long he will be there, but Dan said he packed his bag as if he was prepared to stay through the weekend. I'm giving him the space, but I know he can't stay very long because his friends have to go back to the States next week. In before the comments saying I'm a bad mom. I know these friends and I trust them with his safety. I know where he is, and even though he refuses to text me, he is texting his brothers and they are keeping me updated to let me know he is safe. The rules are very different in the stuffed animal world, and he is more than old enough to stay in the city with friends. I absolutely could have stopped him from walking out that door and leaving, but I knew where he was going was safe, and I want to give him the space to work it out with himself, and I think he just needed to be away from the family right now. He knows how to keep himself safe as well. I even bought him some mace just in case and made sure he knew how to use it. I'm going to see what happens by Sunday and then decide what my next steps are. Thank you all for reading. New update. My son came home yesterday after about 2 weeks away from home. One of his friends decided to stay in Canada with him because he clearly needed it. Some stuff happened with my human family, and I realized neither me or my son were in a place to discuss this at the time. My son started crying in my arms because he was afraid I wouldn't love him anymore, because he needed time away, but I assured him that would never happen. He said he was upset by the lies of his former foster parents. It sucks being hurt by the people that are supposed to take care of you. Today we were at the movies, and while we were in the theater waiting for the movie to start, we talked about how happy we were that I was his mother and he was my son. We haven't yet discussed needing to tell the agency because neither of us were in a place to. Also, I have kind of a big day coming up, legal name change, so Igby and I decided that we would wait until that was over. We have to tell the agency, but I know for a fact they can't take away my rights as an adoptive parent, especially since he's now officially adoptive. I will update in a few days after we have that conversation. Thanks for reading. And that was where I left it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and that's where I'm leaving it for now. I'm gonna update in the next day or two, because we did talk about it more since then, and we figured some stuff out, which, definitely not an easy thing to talk about, but we had to, figure it out anyway. But, I love each and every one of you guys. Please don't forget to always be yourselves. Be good to yourself and to others. You are valid, and I'll see you all you guys in the next video. Bye.